This automation died after 1 second. Not 1 minute. 1 second. I've shipped 7 builds on this channel. They work, and they're still up. But I went back through the recordings and the logs, and every build broke somewhere. Not all 7 in a way worth showing. 5 were, and the breaks were not equal. Some crash in your face, some smile and hand you the wrong answer. Rank them by one thing. How long until you notice? Worst hidden last. Type 1, the wall. The platform just refuses. It is the loudest failure there is, and the kindest, because it tells you. Episode 2, the same job on 3 tools. On Zapier's free tier, the code step gets 1 second of runtime. My comparison needed more, so it never finished. Not slowly, not badly. It hit the cap and stopped. 1 second is a fair limit. It just was not in the brochure. Rule 1. Know the tool's limits before you promise the outcome. Every build since runs on self-hosted n8n, so there is no arbitrary cap on a code step I control. Same episode. Make.com. This one did not even give me an error I could use. The build stuck mid-scenario and would not come clean on camera, so I walked away from it, on tape. That is the wall too. Sometimes the tool wins, and the honest move is to say so and move on. Rule 2. When a tool fights you on camera, cut the take. Do not fake it. Type 2. The timeout. This one lets you wait first. The 100-run stress test in episode 5 ran clean for 5 minutes, then died at exactly 5 minutes on the first attempt. Not a bug in my code. n8n ships a default task timeout of 300 seconds, and I had never met it because nothing had ever run that long. The fix was one environment variable, and it is in the repo. But look at the shape of it. It looked like slowness, right up until it looked like a crash. Rule 3. When it breaks at a round number, look at the config, not the code. Type 3 is where it goes quiet. The invoice reader in episode 4 did its job, except on one crooked scan. The date read 0208. The model called it February the 8th. It was the 2nd of August. American order versus European order, and it picked wrong with total confidence. Here's the part that should bother you. It passed every check I was running. My gate does not use dates, so nothing downstream broke. But it did not crash. It did not flag. It handed me a clean, wrong answer. If your process had leaned on that date, you would have shipped the mistake and never heard a sound. Rule 4. A confident answer is not a correct one. So you stop trusting the read, and you add code that goes back to the real input and cross-checks it. The model votes. The code decides. Type 4 is the one I lose sleep over. The lead qualifier in episode 7. 40 leads, and I had planted a few traps, including a company of 3 people claiming to be 200. On camera, the agent caught all 3 planted traps. 3 for 3, clean. Then I ran the same 40 leads 5 more times. Twice, that contradiction trap sailed through as a hot lead. Same input, same code, different answer. My gate checks that a receipt exists, not that the receipt is fair, and the big fake number dazzles the model just often enough to matter. This is the failure you cannot see, because any single run looks perfect. It is right until it is not, and it is never wrong the same way twice. Rule 5. A gate that checks for a receipt is not reading the receipt. So you stop running things once. Run it 5 times, publish the spread, and say out loud where it still slips. So there is the map. The wall at 1 second. The timeout at 5 minutes. The confident wrong answer at your next audit if you ever run one. And the flake, which you meet the day it costs you money. It gets scarier as it gets quieter. Now the part that ties it together. Look at what fixed these. Not one of them was fixed by a smarter model. The timeout was a config line. The wrong date gets caught by a cross-check on the field. The flake needs one more rule, comparing the claim to the math. The failures get solved by boring deterministic code sitting downstream of the model. That is the whole method of this channel in one sentence. The model votes. Code decides. These 5 failures are why that rule exists. The honest part, on the honest episode. First, the obvious. Everything you just saw broke in demo and build work on this channel with me driving. That is the point. A channel that never shows its own failures is a channel that is hiding them. Second, a confession about that flake in episode 7. It is still only half fixed. The patch is one if statement, comparing what a lead claims to what its own fields say. And I called it your homework on air because I had not shipped it either. And the bigger one? This whole video is survivorship. These are the failures I caught. The scariest type on that map is the one you are not looking at. The flake you have not met yet, quietly wrong inside something you already trust. That is why the answer is never trust the model more. It is receipts. Count the calls. Check the field. Redo the math in code. The model is allowed to be wrong. Your gate is not. Everything failure from this build and the code the files, that fixed the ones I could, the parts that fought back below is linked below. If you have hit a fifth type I have not, put it in the comments. And it ships itself. Is the next honest episode. See you in the next one.